You are a masculine man.
Just, you reek of pheromones.
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling the same from you, Andy.
Oh, well, you know.
I was actually a little bit starstruck when I met Magnus. I'm like, dude, you're amazing.
He said, oh, I'd love to come and visit a Mary's Meals project. You know, where should we go? Immediately, I thought, Liberia.
I always think of, like, Scottish, people from Scotland as being, the men as being very manly, and then you personify that, you know? And it's not just because I've watched 300, like, 9 times. And I always oil myself beforehand. My business, not yours.
I wish you would stop sending me those photos.
You like 2 of them.
It was a very busy period in my life. Part of me was thinking, oh God, I've got to go to Liberia and do this, and I don't like interviews. And then as I was coming here, I had kind of an epiphany. I am in such a fortunate position to be able to help.
I really wanted Gerry to come to Liberia because there's a huge need here. Less than half of the children in this country attend school at all.
Am I wrong, or is it just the perception is that a man in and I don't know if it goes back to, like, you know, James, the first James Bond, why am I blanking?
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Braveheart.
Braveheart.
Yeah, it goes back a couple of thousand years before that, I think.
Yeah,
but
it's
you're
just-
right. But he does personify
But
that.
you do, too.
We're passing little kids going to school, and they're all Mary's Meals School, yeah, where the feeding program is going on. When we arrived, 3 kids walked up to the car, and they just took my hand. The most beautiful children I'd ever seen, gentle and quiet and just smiling. And I walked into the village. That was the start of the most incredible day, where we ended up all on a train dancing.
It's this, like, I just feel like you could get up in the morning and eat a rock if you had to. And sometimes you do.
Yeah, I have done.
Yeah.
Or smoked one.
Yeah. People love celebrities talking about crack cocaine.
Oh, boy.
We come into this village. They have dances on stilts, covered in straw. And then the kids have all written up signs. They've written a Mary's Meals song. The whole school is lined. The pass you a rooster is a sign of being welcomed as a brother. Oh, what the hell do I do with the rooster now? They were like, look, let's take it and eat it. I'm like, you cannot cook my roosters. I don't want them to die. It's okay. Run free. There you go. You must go with your brother.
So here's my question. Is it just a stereo? Why do we have that impression?
No,
of you
I think
guys?
because there is a lot of that in Scotland. I mean, there's, you know, Sean Connery to me personifies that kind of image. But I think it does come historically from, they're a very warring nation.
Yes.
And there's a
You're fighters.
a raw in it. They're fighters, yeah. So even amongst, because I was a lawyer, even amongst lawyers, doctors, whatever it is, they're still ready to rumble.
Yeah.
You know? And,
He really wanted to come and see Mary's Meals to get a deeper understanding of how it works.
This feeds 350 children every day, all served from here.
It's never been about us coming in from outside and thinking we know the answer. It's a locally owned solution.
I know I'm going to cut my finger off. A funny thing happened in Liberia.
just this, it's the way we speak as well. We speak with our throat and our tongue, you know, and you kind of throw things out and you speak with a lot of passion and
Yes.
you use it. It's like, hey, you gonna go to the pub like this, you know? So, but it's funny because I have that big energy, which I think is a very Scottish thing.
Mary's Meals will provide the food, but the community has to start the garden. These are pepper plants?
Yes.
What else do you grow here on your farm?
Pineapple. My mum would be very proud of me right now. She's always asking me to do the gardening.
Around the world, as much as possible, we want to use locally grown food. We want to support the local economy, support farmers.
And you serve all this in the school, yeah?
Yes.
I had to, in some ways, get rid of all that in America. I had to learn to not use the back of the tongue so much and the throat so much, and also take all that big energy and suck it right in.
See, that's too bad because look at me. I speak. I don't. Not only do I not speak from the back of my throat, I speak from the front part of my lips.
We build the kitchen, they provide the volunteers, so the mothers come in and they cook the food, and it lends that helping hand and taps into that innate ability that people here have. Sunday boy Mason.
Hi,
Gerry.
Boy. Magnus.
We met this great kid called Sunday Boy. So you're 9 and you love football, yeah? Who took us to his house.
Do you do your homework in here?
No, you shouldn't change and become more like us. We need to become more like you guys,
I think that's a good point. But right now, when you're making movies and you're playing American, then I kind of have to do that a bit. But in the long run, that is my ploy, yeah, to make America Scotland.
Yeah.
Before Mary's Meals came, he didn't have breakfast, no meal at night, and very often didn't have lunch either.
When I eat Mary's Meals food, I feel fine.
You like going to school, yeah?
Yes, I love going to school.
Yeah, why?
I want to become a senator. I want to become a representative, a president.
What would you do?
I want to help my nation and help my people.
So you're like the next president of Liberia?
Yes.
So we better be nice to you then.